We are 8 days from Illinois' primary election, and now 23 News has learned law enforcement is investigating whether one of the candidates you will see on the ballot got some of those signatures to get on the ballot illegally. That exclusive story coming up.
And then turning a tragedy into a positive push towards change. Friends and family remember the life of a Freeport man known as Twee, a life cut far too short at the hands of gun violence.
And it's looking more and more likely that right on cue with summer's arrival Tuesday, the hottest temperatures of the year are on the way. Could we hit that elusive century mark? The answer in moments. Your news starts right now.
Working for you. This is the 23 News Update at 10.
It's one of the most high-profile state Senate primary races in state line history. Longtime incumbent Dave Syverson and Winnebago County Republicans Central Committee Chairperson Eli Nicolosi are both seeking the GOP nomination for the 35th District Senate seat.
And 23 News has learned about a police report filed alleging fraud from one of the campaigns, and it centers around signatures collected from residents of a Rockford nursing home.
Upon review, it was clear there were discrepancies in some of the signatures.
The signatures in question come from the Cedarhurst Senior Living Center on Crimson Ridge Road in Rockford.
It was brought to our attention there may be some resident signature discrepancies on a petition for state senator.
35th District incumbent Dave Syverson and challenger Eli Nicolosi had signatures collected from the nursing home. Several of the names are the same, but the signatures clearly aren't.
Being our duty to protect our residents' rights, we felt obligated to contact the Sheriff's Department, who then instructed us to contact the Rockford Police Department.
A former longtime employee who wants to remain anonymous says he sat in on a meeting between a Rockford officer and the center's executive director, Don Powell.
He did ask me a couple of questions about the discrepancies, and I confirmed that I did in fact see them, and it did in fact look like they did not match up. My understanding is the investigation is ongoing as we speak.
23 News obtained a redacted copy of the police report submitted by Cedarhurst and several residents, claiming aggravated identity theft against a person 60 or older. It lists one man and one woman as suspects. Powell released a statement to 23 News saying, in part, "We were very recently told of the investigation, so we are doing everything we can to be of help and not impede the investigation in any way." Did you see either of the campaigns with representatives at the nursing home at any time?
I saw Dave's representative. She actually contacted me about coming in to potentially get the petition signed. I did not see any member of his competitor's team in the building at any time when I was there, nor was I contacted by anybody from that arena.
State's Attorney Jay Hanley confirmed to me this incident is currently under investigation by his office, and at this time the complaint itself and allegations do not directly implicate Eli Nicolosi, but rather people associated with the campaign.
If in fact the Nicolosi campaign, or frankly any campaign, is found to have forged signatures to get on a ballot, that's illegal, and the state's attorney needs to take action. So we send a message that the election process, both locally and around the state, is a clean one that people can trust.
When contacting Nicolosi for a response, he gave 23 News the following statement. When someone has been in office for 30 years, they will do anything and say anything to get reelected. I expected a tough fight, but I did not expect the very personal and vicious nature of his attacks. Those attacks triggered an official condemnation of Senator Syverson by the Winnebago County Republican Central Committee. The WCRCC members rarely do this, but they were appalled by the personal attacks and dirty campaigning of those involved. Hanley says his office treats all allegations with some level of haste, but the timing of the election has no bearing on the investigative process.
It should be noted that Nicolosi is the president of the WCRCC, the group that drafted the condemnation letter against Syverson.
We have a copy of that condemnation letter and copies of all the signatures from Cedarhurst that both candidates collected, which we obtained from the State Board of Elections. It all can be found on our website at WIFR.com.
Oh, we've got